and welcome. Are you someone that suffers from orange peel face after using a lot of beauty products? Because if you're that someone, you'll definitely want to watch this video. I know at the beginning I said it's 3 things, but it's actually 5 things. But they're so simple and so cheap and you would be shocked. So, let me start by telling you, I'm going to make this short because I don't want to make it a huge long video and get off subject. But anyhow, when I started out, when I was younger, all I did was wear powder. That's all I needed. I had great skin, like probably most people do when you're younger. You have great skin. So I wore powder, and there came a point in my life where I, realized this isn't working for me anymore. So I needed to get heavy makeup. I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to, wear heavy makeup. So what I did was I went to Macy's and I got literally the heaviest makeup I could find. It was Derma Blend. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's literally like you can cover stretch marks with it. So I used that with the powder. And my skin, of course, looked flawless, and it was good and dandy for a while, for probably a couple years. And then after a couple years, I was like, okay, this isn't working anymore because it started looking cakey. Your skin changes like literally every other year. That's when, at that time, it was like my skin kept changing. And then I went through a phase where I got melasma from laying out. It was literally like all of a sudden. I got melasma all over my face, and I did a lot of research on how to get rid of melasma, and luckily I found a product, and it took it away literally within a week. So anyways, so after that, then my skin changed again, so I was like, okay, this isn't working, so I need to get a different foundation. I kind of skipped over that. So anyways, I went to Macy's again. I tried every single top brand you can think of. I took home testers, and I found one that was absolutely perfect, matched my skin perfect, and I loved it. So that's done. That's there. So then, after that, my skin just started looking horrible. And in retrospect, I'm thinking maybe it was because I was wearing the heavy makeup, but on the other end, I wasn't wearing it all the time because I wasn't really going anywhere. I was always, because I work from home, so I was always at home. Wasn't going out all the time. I don't drink, don't go to parties, nothing like that. So I wasn't wearing it every day, or you know what I'm saying? So then after that, my skin started looking really bad. It just looked like shit. So I was like freaking out. You're getting older, and I think every woman goes to the stage where you're like, oh my God, my skin looks old. You start seeing fine lines, you start seeing the melasma, you start seeing everything, that your pores, and I was like, oh my God, I literally freaked out. And I went online, and I didn't search for like hours. I'm talking, I searched for hours every day for months. I mean, I just was like, oh my God, freaking out totally. So anyways, looked online. I did a lot of research. And I did find this woman, older than me, but she was, desperate to stay young. And she totally did all the research. And she was doing like 20 products a night, which is insane. I didn't want to do all that, but a lot of the stuff that she was selling was the same stuff that I was reading about that was good. And so I made a list, and it's just ridiculous because this is what people try to sell you, like you need this, okay? First of all, retinol. Now, I think that Retin-A, if you get it from your doctor, it's fantastic. But they're selling skin cuticles. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's retinol, and it's supposedly when it comes out on your skin, it turns into Retin-A. So that's one of them. Then they tell you need the Clarisonic. You need to do it a couple times a week. So then that's the Clarisonic, the brush that goes around. Then, of course, moisturizer. And then they tell you need separate under eye and then on your face. Then came out stem cell serum, and that was like a big craze, plus hyaluronic acid. And then after the hyaluronic acid, then they came out and said, well, that doesn't go into your skin. There's no way for it to go into your skin unless you do something like the derma roller. So then they came out with the derma roller, and then that's the only way that the hyaluronic acid or anything can get in your skin, plus a stem cell. Then Glycolic, which I do love Glycolic. And then they'll tell you have to do some kind of weekly pill. So I think Glycolic pads would fit into that. Then vitamin C, that was another one. And so what I did was I bought all of it. I bought everything. I went to Sephora and I got the $100 box of Glycolic. And I bought vitamin C. I believe I bought Timeless. And I bought the Clarisonic. I bought the Retinol. I bought everything except for the stem cell. I had tons of products. I was spending $200 here, $200 there. I was just spending and spending. And I came to a point where my skin looked its most horrible ever. Like, my whole face was just pores. I had never seen it like that. I never had a problem with pores. Not like that. Maybe tiny little pores right here, but literally it was my whole cheeks. And I was like, oh my God. So then I started searching on how to fix that. And that's how I came across the name Orange Pill. Because I went on this forum, and there was a lot of women on this forum, and they were talking about the orange pill face. And, you know, none of them had like an answer. They were like, what do I do? How do I get rid of this? And all of them were taking basically everything I was doing. The skin cuticles, all that stuff. They were doing all that just like me. And one woman said, remember she said something about it was your skin was irritated. And when she said that, I went ding, like in my head, and I said, okay, that is the problem. So, just so I don't forget, after that I realized that's the problem. Your skin's irritated. You're doing so much to your skin that it can't breathe. So after that, I just stopped doing the vitamin C. I stopped the skin cuticles. I stopped everything. And I really tried that stuff for a long period of time. So it's not like I just tried it for a couple weeks. I was doing that stuff for months. And that was the result. So anyways, I cut all that out. The only thing I did was I was using oil of Olay, Regenerist, because that's all I could really afford. The rest of the stuff had run out. You know, I had bought other expensive stuff, but I ran out. But that's the one thing I could afford, so I used that. And I went and bought Equifor. The generic is this, but Equifor is like a healing for irritated skin, so I went and bought that. And I found these glycolic pads that I absolutely love. They're from CVS. And they're in a pink bottle. It's anti-aging therapy glycolic pill pads. And these are just amazing. I mean, they're amazing. And I use Gentle Soap because that, you know, that's what I use. But I would, so anyways, this is what I'm telling you saved my face. After literally like a week, my face was back to normal. My face looked finally good. I mean, it hadn't looked good in months. It looked like crap. So these are the things that I'm telling you, I promise you, it will heal your skin. Maybe take 1 to 2 weeks, but just do it and it will. So I don't know if I said this already. I said 3, but there's more. I think it's like 5. So the number 1 is, you don't have to use oil of Olay. You can use your own cream, but just make sure that it's not perfumed or anything like that so it won't irritate your skin. And then at the end of this video, I put a picture so you can see. All this stuff could be purchased at CVS. You can see what they look like. So the glycolic pill pads, they're about $20. And the box is pink and white. It's anti-aging therapy glycolic pill pads. I suggest buy a Gentle Soap, like CeraVe or Cetaphil. I have it, but I have the generic. You can get the generic, just anything gentle. And I suggest sunscreen at all times. 30 plus broad spectrum. I use Banana Boat. Here it is right here. This is what I use. And I love it, because I am sensitive to breakouts. So I have oily skin. So that's the one. It has not caused me any kind of problem, so I absolutely love it. So those are the things. Equaphor, Oil of Olay, Glycolic pills, gentle soap, and sunscreen. So what you do, wash your face, I would say, every morning and every night. And at night, you are going to firstly wash your face. Then you're going to use the Glycolic pad, one pad. You can actually cut them in half and get twice the money, you know, twice. That's what I would do. I would cut the pad in half. But you can, you know, use one pad a night. And if you have real sensitive skin, you can just do it a couple times, you know, start little. But eventually do it one time every night. And then over that, you'll put the Oil of Olay or whatever kind of, you know, thing you have. And then I would just do Equaphor like 2 times a week. And, you know, that's it. Simple. And then you just wear sunscreen whenever you're outside. You don't have to wear sunscreen when you sleep. So that is it. It is very simple. You just got to cut out all the crap, because it's all just for money. It's propaganda. It's baloney. It's just for them to get money. Even when they try to sell you the under eye, did you know I found out the under eye is the same crap as you put on as the moisturizer. So it's just a way to get you to spend money. And keep that in your mind, because you know, they have stars selling all this stuff, and it's all baloney. The stars don't use this. It didn't make their face look like that. Their face looks like that because they get lasers. They get lasers, chemical pills, fillers, Botox. That's why they look so good. So don't get pulled into all that baloney. You don't need all that. I'm telling you from experience. So that is the end. And at the, like I said, at the end of this video, you will see a picture of all the things. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again. Okay, bye.